On February 10, 1917, Archie and Ivy were married at a beautiful church in a small town near Hastings. Of course, Ivy not know that Archie was still married to Angel in Canada. What was Archie thinking? Was he trying to forget his life as an Indian? As usual with Archie Bellamy, the answer is a mystery. In March 1917, Archie's food was much better and he could walk again. He told Ivy his hopes. He wanted them to go back to Canada. To Visco Mary lived there and Archie's wife Angel lived only 100 kilometers away. Again, we can imagine what was in Archie's mind, but Ivy was excited at the idea of living in the Canadian forest. She agreed to go. Archie traveled first, leaving on September 19, 1917. He wanted his new wife to come and meet him later, but terrible news was waiting for Archie back in a father for Archie. While Archie was at war, thousands of kilometers away in Visco, Mary had her baby. Johnny Gero was born on September 16, 1915. Sadly, Mary died a few weeks later. Many people in Visco were very angry with Archie because he left Mary. Archie could not bring Ivy to Visco now, but he was afraid to tell her why. He continued to write to her for almost a year. Finally, he told her about Angel, his first wife. Ivy immediately ended their marriage and she never spoke to Archie again. His sons were very angry with him too. They did not know anything about Angel until then. Back in Visco, Archie worked as a trapper and a fire ranger again. He was not happy. His foot hurt and he was lonely, but he seemed to enjoy being the Batman in town again. Then he met an Indian family that became an important part of his life. For 2 or 3 summers he lived with the Spaniel family. Alex Spaniel was like a father to Archie, his only father ever. Jim and Jane, two of Alex's children, became good friends with Archie. Alex was very keen. He often looked after people who needed help. He taught Archie trapping. He taught the younger man many Ohiwa ways. He showed him how to look after beavers. Archie studied hard. He wrote everything in a notebook. He drew pictures and read stories. He tried hard to look like an Indian again. The short hair of the war years was gone. Archie even colored his hair and skin darker. He tried to talk and stand like an Indian. He looked in the mirror for hours, trying to look Indian. Archie still had his wild side too. One time he blew